Kick things off with RWA rotation number one. Actually, before I do that, one very quick thing. Whenever a YouTuber talks about some of the positions they hold, they get questions like, what about Casper? What about XRP? Guys, I hold both of those. I just don't need to talk about them in every single video. Today, we're focusing on mid-caps in the RWA and AI narratives. So rotation number one in the RWA narrative, Ondo. This is where I'm going to rotate when the first Altseason signals start to trigger. I'm going to sell around 3% of my ETH, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, and buy some Ondo. Why? First, because it's backed by BlackRock, making it an absolute no-brainer for me. And this also makes it an easy choice for institutions, you know, where the real money is. And this is an institutional cycle. I mean, 21 shares just filed for an Ondo ETF in late July. That's an absolutely massive signal. They're building the rails to attract big money into crypto. So when ETH was cheap, I said I was buying it because BlackRock was buying ETH. And this isn't rocket science, guys. If institutions are building infrastructure around a project, I want to own it. So Ondo is an obvious choice for me, but then as Altseason progresses, I start looking for lower caps, which brings me to RWA rotation number two. We need a better name for these. And let's talk about undervalued, guys. I mean, because there's some projects that are just fundamentally undervalued. This is a low cap from a company founded in 2005. They do hundreds of millions in revenue in the real world. They are a regulated financial institution. They are tokenizing a $3 billion portfolio of ultra luxury real estate and have a massive $440 million buyback program planned for their token, right? This is a traditional finance behemoth moving into crypto. It's a real business with real cash flow and a real reason to exist. They are called multi-bank or MBG. I'm going to rotate a few percent out of my large caps for this, provided it still looks promising at the time. Look, my philosophy is simple with altcoins, guys. Most of crypto is a scam. It's vaporware and it's trash. Who buys trash? Retail. But this is not a retail cycle like last cycle. This is an institutional cycle. So I prefer plays that are actual businesses. And that is what multi-bank is. Finally, my microcap play. When we are close to trigger 4, total E100 ETH, we need a better name for that chart. When we're close to that bottoming, I'm going to rotate around 1 to 2% into low caps to ride the final wave. This low cap is building a rewards ecosystem and has partnerships with brands like Spotify and Netflix. They're a good project, a solid team, and they're constantly innovating. Their business plan was first to build a good product and then focus on the token. They are finished with their product, now they're focused on the token. This is an RWA project. They charge a fee on every buy and sell, and that money goes towards buying real estate. The profit made from that real estate portfolio is given back to holders as rewards, which is why they have a lot of holders. The project is called Lingo. It's a microcap RWA project. It's on my watch list for when we get almost to the peak of Altseason, when the blow off top is just about to blow off. Now let's move on to AI plays. One of them I'm about to show you, I actually already own. I hold some of it, and there's a very specific reason why. It's actually the microcap. I already own some of it. Anyway, we're going to start with AI play number one, or AI rotation number one. It's a decentralized machine learning network. They're building a global open source brain sort of thing that anyone can contribute to and get rewards from. And institutions are already moving in. Remember how I said this is an institutional cycle? I'm watching where institutional money is going. A firm called Oblong Inc. just announced they've invested over 8 million into this project, which doesn't sound like a whole load of money for crypto, but it is a mid cap, so it is significant. But look, here's the real catalyst, the halving. If you haven't guessed this one, it's Tau. Just like Bitcoin, BitTensor Tau has a halving that cuts the supply of new tokens. The next one is coming up in late December this year. Less supply, same old rising demand. That's always a good thing. But it's not just that. Tau has powerful backing from institutions like Barry Silbert. Barry Silbert is a guy that owns an institution. He's not an institution himself. You're noticing a theme here, institutional backing. It's a theme of this cycle, guys, and it's why Tau has a spot on the top of my rotation list for AI plays, and also why I'll be selling some of my ETH and large caps to buy a few percent of Tau. So now let's talk about AI rotation number two, a fallen angel. Virtuals. Is it dead? No, I don't think so. The project is still building infrastructure for AI in gaming and the metaverse. I'm not crazy about the metaverse, I'm going to be honest with you guys. But look, guys, Virtual still has to prove itself. This isn't just a blind buy. This is a show me a sign of strength and I might buy you again. If it can regain the hype it had, it can go places. And the reason why I'm kind of betting on this one regaining some of that hype is I believe AI agents are a big part of the future. I mean, I'm starting a brand new startup, not even in crypto. It's not a crypto. I'm not going to release a crypto, but I'm starting an AI agent-based startup. That's how confident I am in AI agent technology. So I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and I'm going for the biggest agent play in crypto, or one of the biggest. provided they start to regain some traction. Virtuals, check them out. Finally, AI rotation number 3. This is the one I already hold some of. This is a tiny 40 million market cap project. 40 million market cap is very small for crypto. But like most projects that I talk about today, they are building something real. They are providing enterprise AI solutions using top tier NVIDIA GPUs. But they can do so very cheaply because they are powered by I'm messing up my words today. Hydroelectric energy from one of the world's largest dams. And when the GPUs are offline, because they're not in use, the power is used to mine BTC because they also have a lot of ASIC miners. The project is called Morphware or XMW. It's a real business with real hardware, bricks and mortar, no crypto vaporware nonsense. Do some research. I think you'll see why I have it on my list and why I'm going to rotate more into it as this rotation unfolds. Now, this list is by no means final. The crypto market changes really, really fast. And as an investor or a trader in this market, you need to be ready to adapt at a moment's notice. New narratives can come out, new tokens that can come out, and you need to be ready to look at those. Speaking of which, I want to hear what you guys are holding. Drop a comment below with your favorite token. My researchers are going to be going through every comment, and we're going to be researching new tokens, new ideas that I might add into my rotation plan. Other than that, guys, bye.